Divine greetings to the 30 tribes of Israel scattered in the four corners of the earth. Happy High Shabbat, happy Yom Teruah, happy the Day of Trumpets, the Feast of Trumpets, happy Transfiguration Day, aka the Day of Rapture. Happy glorified body, this is the day. Happy brothers and sisters, this is the day the gates of heaven reopened. This is the first day of the seventh biblical month. We don't go by paganism. We don't go by Gregorian calendar. That is paganism, okay? That is being created, to take away our attention, our watch into that. That is not happy Yom Teruah once again. All right, now formally, I'm so joyful. I'm sounding my trumpet over here. Can I just, show you how I'm doing it? All right, here we go. Mm-hmm. That's it. And this is what is going on right now in the heavenly. Oh, Robo Santayaba. Ribobo Shantayaba. All right. So tell me now, who's not going to hear this voice so loud? That is the voice of Abba Yehovah. Even the dead, the ones in the grave, hears this voice. This is the voice actually of Abba Yehovah in the practice. For you and I, he gave it unto us to celebrate his voice. It's not just a trumpet, but it is the symbol, okay, of his word voice. It is the voice of Abba Yehovah we are speaking of. The voice that called me out of darkness. And this was how so loud it is. The voice that called me out of destruction. The voice that called me out of, eternal condemnation. The voice that called me out of satanic group. Yes, 18 years ago, this was the voice that I heard. Come out of my people. All right. In totality, 22 years ago, this is the voice. No, excuse me, 20 years ago in totality, this is the voice I heard when I was once in the filthy land. This is the voice I heard. When I was facing the fourth deportation, I heard this voice so loud and clear. Come out and don't touch uncleanness anymore. When I was once prostitute, okay, being enslaved by the, Hamitic, brought me into Italy, to be doing this thing for her, sex slave or sex slavery. All right. Pay the first madam, being deported. Pay the second madam, being deported. The third, being deported. Even the fourth. I was also in the prison camp of deportation when this voice resounded into my soul and said, "You have been suffering. Come out from the journey. Come out from this group. It is satanic and it is destructive." But now you can testify to that. You can attest actually to that this is not what you meant to be. That is why this destruction, deportation keep going on, keep going on, keep going on. You keep, enslaving yourself for the, Hamitic, for the, yes, for the Hamitic, prostituting yourself yet to no avail. When you worked for them, you can gather your own, you face deportation. You work for them, you can gather your own, you face deportation. You worked for them, you can gather your own, you face deportation. Stop and come out of her. This was the voice. Now, to the glory of Abba Yehovah, once prostitute, still the ground of fornication, okay, almost 18 years, no more nonsense. And my body became a living sacrifice, now, always, unto eternity. For Abba Yehovah I stilled, because this voice is fire, fire. Don't, your body is my temple. almost 18 years, February 13th. Next year will be a whole 18 years, no sex. To Abayewa be all glory, because the voice is so loud. I heard it in the grave. He rose me back to life, and is about to finish what it begins 20 years ago in my life. That is 20. How whatever. What am I saying? 20. Yeah, 2000. 2000. We are in the year 2020. A whole 20 years. But this real devotion started almost 18 years now. No sex, no nonsense anymore. Yes, because I heard a voice of trumpet that says, "Come out of fire, my people." I don't really know what brings about this. This was never my intention to even put my little biography in it. Yeah, maybe that is how the Ruach HaKodesh wanted to just throw a little light of it as a pure testimony into this segment. Okay, I never planned it at all. All of a sudden, it keep coming out. Yes, because the voice is fire, fire. The voice is powerful. No one can hear this voice and still remain in iniquity. Once a prostitute, still the ground of fornication for a whole 18 years now. Only a few months to be 18 years. That is how powerful that voice is. When you are saved, you are saved. When he called you, he called you. Okay? And you must see the fruits of it. And people around you must attest to that. That is the born again. If a one once prostitute, they cannot do without a man every night, going out there in search of a man or in the name of money. And all of a sudden, Abiyewa turned it around, and Shina became a living sacrifice unto Yehovah. And that body is being shot and purified for just Yehovah only. This is how powerful that voice is. This is how far Yehovah has, translated me. And the finishing is what we are talking about. All right, now, family, to just heard that. That is powerful. That is awesome. With this being said, here we are in the heavenly court, Roma Fabe Yehovah, with this powerful message started for you and me. Yom Torah, the day of trumpets, heaven reopened, rapture, King Yahushua, next event. Should I take it again? Yom Torah, day of trumpets, okay, heaven reopened, rapture, King Yahushua, next event. This is the feast he is using to minister to you and I, his bride, okay? Not the foolish ones, but the wise virgin. Just as he perfectly fulfilled the feast of Passover, Pesach, Bikurim, unleavened bread, resurrection, and the first fruit offering, okay? The one we call Shavuot, Christians call it Pentecost. That is the spring feast. Those one is perfectly done. Now the four feast, okay? 3. Trumpet is the one next to line. Then the Day of Atonement, that is the national day, redemption of the people of the book. Then the Feast of Tabernacle, the birthday of the biblical Messiah. So the 3 left over, this is the first to go. And today is the very first day, okay, of the 7th biblical month. Like I said, we don't go by paganism, Gregorian calendar that designed, to take away our attention, our watch from the very appointed time of Abiyewa to that of, Islam. So we also do that of Christianity, the rapture of Christianity. We will do that on the Shabbat. Okay, this is the biblical rapture. It's already in the practice given to you and I to watch for. But the foolish virgin, 5 virgins, is watching for Babylonia, which is Islam. That is their rapture. So this Shabbat, we will also unveil that. Okay, in order to establish the truth, lies needs to be, unveiled or exposed. That is how you can get the message of the truth across. That is how you can indeed implant it. When you uproot lies, you plant in truth. There's never no way we'll be talking about the biblical truth, then not unveil the lie that came to contradict Christianity and their Jesus. No, yes, their Jesus, aka Pork. And the little J that gave you Jesus is here 400 years old. And our Bible is buried 2,000 years now. So what was the name our forefather used? What was the name? Just go and do a simple research. First English translation done by King James, okay, in the year 1611. There is no Jesus over there. Why? Because Jesus wasn't, or rather, little J wasn't in use, okay. Now, it's 409 years, the very first time in this planet we or get or God's English Bible. 409 years, and Jesus is not there. So what name was in use those days? All right now, that again is, but there's never no way I can be talking about a biblical Messiah rapture, and I will know I will leave behind the unbiblical Messiah rapture is Islam, Jesus, Allah, all of them. All right, now let's get started. Okay, let's see what Abba Yahweh has for you and me today on this holiest today. This is a high Shabbat. A work is not to be done. I'm not working. Okay, according to Abba Yahweh's calendar. So I keep Yahweh's calendar. That is the only, we can't use this enemy's calendar. Gregorian, paganism, the one you Christian watch for. That is the calendar of the enemy. Abba Yahweh can't go to the camp of his enemy. He goes by his own. Okay, here is the clear picture. Today is the first day of the 7th biblical month. Okay, but you're almost on your 10 months already. Did you get that? You want to begin your 10th month. Began as a Gregorian. All right now, Yeshayahu, best known as Isaiah 45, verses 19. I have not spoken in secret. In a dark place of the earth, I said not unto the seed of Jacob, seek ye me in vain. No, our reward is rapture, glorified body, powerful testimony. Okay? I, Yahuwah, speak righteousness. I declare things that are right. When he said this is the day of rapture, that settles it. And he did not, say that in secret. He make it public. So how did he make it public? Exactly what we are doing at the Feast of Trumpet. It's already in the making. He gave it to his, bride, children, elect, to be watching for it. So that is how he published it. That is how he make it publicly. Okay, it's not hiding away from our sight, but it's going to be hiding away from the Babylonian children, as the daughters of Chaldean. Okay, the Babylonians, the pork-eating people, the Christendom. You see, this is how it's being hiding away from them. They are watching for Gregorian calendar. But you cannot go there because that came to contradict his own calendar. He can't watch for his enemy calendar. No, rather, he's going to use what you know to also push you to where you belong. All right, so this is how he published it to the saints, to the light, to his own people. I was once a Christian. Again, this is the voice I heard. Say, come out of her. That was again 14 years ago. Come out of there. This is Babylon. This is paganism in codes. Come out of there. This is the voice I heard again. It's taking me from glory to glory. And the final one is going to be Boza. It's going to be earthquake. Everywhere is going to shook because he has not done it in secret. Now, when you go to Genesis, remember the days of Noah is in the mind powerfully of Yahushua in heaven. That is the rainbow that banner over. You can see it in Revelation 4. You can also see in Revelation 8. The rainbow is always the Revelation 10. You will see the rainbow over there because it is the days of Noah. He carries it so heavily on his head. That was why Philippians chapter 2 verses 5 says, also wear this mind. Put on the mind of Yahushua HaMashiach. Don't put on the mind of a fallen deity. Don't watch for the fallen deities. Don't watch for your enemy. Right now, Amos chapter 3 verses 7, surely Yahuwah Elohim will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. Did you get that? He said he cannot do nothing in secret without him letting us know his next movement. Without him letting us know his plans. Without him letting us know what is at hand now. No, he can't keep it. He can't hide it away from us. We are the children of the light. We need to know his mind in order for us to also put on that same mindset. Okay, that is the nature of the Feast of Trumpet. It's his voice that's going to call you, out of this, corrupt world and put you now into a angelic being you once was. This is the voice. So he just give it to you and I to be practicing it, celebrating it powerfully before his surface. And in a nutshell, what is his voice? It is Yahushua HaMashiach. John chapter 1 verses 14. It said the word of Abba Yehovah that became flesh and dwells amongst us. It is his son that is going to renew and renovate you and I, the sons and the daughters of the kingdom that watch for him. Not the one that is watching for Babylon. No, the one that watch for Babylon, they are going straight away to Islam. We only have two covenants, the Bible and the Quran. That's it. Abba Yahweh has no other covenant. So we'll do that more on the Shabbat. So this is how he revealed it unto us. We know what is this day. It's powerful. It's awesome. It is completement. It is rest. Again, the Feast of Trumpet, Yom Teruah, it is the only feast that starts first day of the month. Every other one so could be 15th, 14th, excuse me, yeah. Every other one. This is the only feast because number 7th, it is prophetic. It is Abba Yehua's number of perfection, of rest, of well done. Absolutely. Okay. We know what 7 is. It is freedom. Okay. It is cleansing. It is rest. It is a sign. And that again we found on the Shabbat. That is why this feast, all this feast, being called High Shabbat. All right now. So let's dig more into this. All right, now I want to dig a little bit deeper. Wa'ikra, best known as Leviticus 23, verses 23. And Yahweh spake unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month, in the first day of the month, ye shall have a Shabbat, a memorial of blowing of trumpets, plural. Ye shall do no several work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto Abba Yehovah. That is what I'm doing. Since morning I started blowing, and that is the offering made by fire unto Abba Yehovah. Because my offering, my service is a living sacrifice. It is the very one. The altar, the fire in the altar of Abba Yehovah is going to consume. Like I'm doing, is consuming it because it's a living sacrifice. It is a holy offering from a holy vessel, from a holy well of water Yehovah built for himself. And Yehoshua was thirsty. And he came to the well. He needs some water. Is your vessel holy for him to drink from it? That is not a question left in your bosom to answer. So you see, he said, blow it of what? Memorial. What is memorial? A reminder. Reminder of what? Remembrance of what? What did Abba Yehovah want you to remember? What did he taught you and I to remember? What has Abba Yehovah dropped in our bosom to remember as a memory, as a memorial testimony in your spirit? What is that? Okay, let me give you a clear picture of what that simply is. Maybe this very one is going to help you to put on your thinking cap and begin to remember, because something is like want to take this very day out of your sight, want to take this very day out of your mind, want to get this out of your system, and it's said, all right, another thing that will make you to forget. Say a reminder, a memorial. What you already been memorized inside of you, like your Christmas, is a memorial in you. And that is the very one that came to remove this day from you. All right now, Shemo, best known as Exodus chapter 20, verses 8. Remember the Shabbat day to keep it holy. Simple as that. So what did Abba Yehovah say? You should remember. Because he don't want you to forget this very day. This is a high Shabbat day. Now what are you remembering? What are you remembering? Yahushua said, This is my body. Do ye this in remembrance of me. What are you remembering? Keep the Shabbat holy. What are you remembering? Now, this is what you are remembering. The sons and the daughters of the kingdom. Can we still put some more to make it broad? Tell me, what are you remembering? Are you remembering the golden calf? And said the golden calf, oh Yisrael, and this is the gods and that came down from heaven and to deliver you from the bondage of Pharaoh. Is that what you are remembering? Oh, you are remembering the Lamb of heaven that was being slain right from the very beginning and the foundation of the world. You remember Pope Jesus? And say Pope Jesus is the one that goes to the cross for you. Indeed. That is God the calf. What do you remember, son? They worship the greatest abomination in the royal law, Ezekiel chapter 8, verses 15 to 16. You worship it as son. The day you fell from glory, the first day of the week, this day it fell. You remembering that? Or you remembering the Shabbat, the consummation of it all, the one that came to set you free and give you rest. What are you remembering? What are you remembering? What are you remembering? Let's make it broad. You are remembering your enemy that said there is never no way you can return back to heaven to become a angelic being you once was. What are you remembering? Yahushua said, this is the name I have given unto you. Acts of Apostles chapter 4 verses 12. Only one name is given whereby you must be saved. Only one name is given you under this heaven whereby salvation is granted unto you. Not names. What are you remembering? The fallen deity, the Jesus. What are you remembering? The Morgan? What are you remembering? The baker? The gracious deity Jesus? Remember Spanish, called Jesus Jesus. What are you remembering? What are you remembering? Genesis 3, the fall of man. You celebrated that, your Christmas. The tree of the knowledge of good and evil manifest today as your Christmas tree. You remember the fall of man, or you are remembering the resurrection of man? What are you remembering? The days of Noah? You look back to the fallen deity. You look back to the practicing of Sodom and Gomorrah. You came out from Sodom and Gomorrah, but you still carry that practice so hard in your heart, the Babylonian. You remember? What are you remembering? To run for your life? What are you remembering? The days of Noah, the flood of judgment, or to enter the ark? These are all your questions to answer. What do you remember? Because this day is a day of remember. To remember what? What are you eating? Pork or clean Jesus? Or you are eating the lamb of heaven that came, to die for you. What are you remembering? Because Yahushua said, do this in remembrance of me. You're going to be taking the Holy Communion. So what is Holy Communion? You can see that in 1 Corinthians 11, 24 to 32 or 33 or so. When you eat that body of Yahushua in a worthy manner, he said you eat damnation. Because while you eat pork and you say you are eating lamb, that is blasphemy. What are you remembering? It is your question to answer. Now, Shemo, best known as Exodus chapter 19. You can read it all. Rather, you can also take it from 60, where I'm going to start from, to 20. This is what Abiyawa actually wants you and I to remember. The very day he descended, my father at Masana or in Masana, or yes, it was fire of all heavenly host. This is what actually we want you to remember. Now Shemo, best known as Exodus 19:16, and it came to pass on the third day in the morning that there were thunders and lightnings and thick cloud upon the mount, and the voice of trumpet exceedingly loud, so that all the people that was in the camp trembled. In fact, we that is also expected is coming. Malachi chapter 3, verses 1 to 5. He said, who is going to stand? He's coming. Except he gave us the grace. Except he enabled us. Except he touched us with his right hand. And say, peace. Who is going to stand? No one has ever seen Yahushua and stand his presence. We see that in 2 Thessalonians. They all die. Revelation 1. He said, I was like a dead man. Daniel as well said, I was good as a dead man. Every one of them that saw him, no, they go down. That is why he said, this Jesus, this first Messiah, will be consumed by the presence of the author of life. 2 Thessalonians have that for you and I. Now in verse 17. And Moshe brought forth the people out of the camp to meet with Yahuwah, and they stood at the either part of the mount. Listen now. We are in the second Egypt as prophesied. We are in the mystery Babylon as prophesied. In fact, we are in the wilderness today. Now Abayawa is about to reveal again his glory to you and I in this our wilderness. Okay, I think I'm running out of time. 18. And Masana was altogether on a smoke. Did you get that? Because Yehovah descended upon it in fire, and the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mouth quaked greatly. Can you stand this? This is what he wants you and I to remember. The trumpet also announced the glory of Abba Yehovah. The trumpet announced the presence of Abba Yehovah. The trumpet announced the descending from heaven of Abba Yehovah to the earth. It makes two things. Justification and condemnation. 19. And when the voice of the trumpet sounded long and waxed louder and louder, Moshe spake, and Yehovah answered him by a voice. 20. And Yehovah came down upon Mount Sinai on the top of the mount, and oh my father, what is that? Okay. And Yehovah called Moshe up to the top of the mount, and Moshe went up. That is rapture. You want to meet with your Yehovah? I want to meet with my Abaya. Oh no, it's going to be so awesome. The earth is going to quake once again. He said, I didn't spoke in secret. So all this loudly and sounding. Did you hear the sound of trumpet? Or should I do it one more time? No, there's no room for that. All right, this is the event he wants you and I to remember. He gave it to us as a feast, okay? To remember the day he gave us his word. He wants us to remember. That is why he did it again in Acts of Apostle chapter 2. The day he also gave us his spirit. The same day he gave his word, exactly the same day he gave his spirit. That is why he gave it to you and I as a feast, in order for it to be a part of us, to be in our system undigestible, to remain there. Nothing took it out of you. He gave it as a feast. That is what we are celebrating today. It is his voice that is going to come over here and top a house built on top of a mountain or the hill must be seen by all. He never caught us there. He caught us up. What are you remembering? How so fast it is when Abba Yehovah call you by his voice. It's right away. And a twinkling of an eye. You are transfigurated already without no delay, because it's Yehovah. 1 Corinthians 50:51 to 53 or so. Behold, I show you a mystery. Did you get that? It's a mystery, eh? We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. Did you just get that? When it decided, pararara, it's over. Now it said we all is not going to die before this glory come, but will be changed in a moment. 52. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. Did you get that? We that is alive, a glorified body. Now let me tell you, this is what the people of the world is also impersonating, try to, pervert it. That's why you see them building their breasts, for the women building their bumpers, and for the men giving themselves. That's his button with that's his boss with a homo. What do they call that homo? The growth homo. Should be the first homo, the growth homo, to grow up all their muscles and their cis balls in their belly, okay, to tighten their skin. This is what Allah and Jesus the beast, Allah the dragon, Jesus the beast already gave to the people of the world to be using their own money to be, practicing that. Let me tell you, let me give you a clear picture, like I am now. When Abba Yehovah call me, right here, I'm putting out this corruptible body, excuse me. I cannot carry this filthy body to him. So when you see me changed tomorrow, don't say she went to go and build that body with money. When you see me, Abba Yehovah gave me the desire of my heart, or the kind of shape, the kind of body I really long for, I loved so well. We have them already in this world. That small waist, that big bum, in the front, in the back, that flat tummy. The breast is so heavy, and I have the back anyway. But the breast is not big enough. I need more. The breast is so heavy, and the back is shaped. I have that one already, and the shape is built, okay, to be a smaller one, and the tummy in the back. I long for that shape. And a long hair, black hair. When you see me having all this body, if you mistakenly say, I went to go and use money to buy it, you are on your own. That is, you are blaspheming heaven. Because this is the body is going to give unto a perfect shape unto the women, a perfect shape unto the men. We see this already. See, the serpent is already practicing it, perverting it, using money. We don't use money. I could remember I saw one prophet. He said he's a prophet in Ghana. He want to enlarge men's penis. He put in the YouTube. He was commanding the penis to be large, but the penis refused to be large. He naked and stripped that guy naked and put him on YouTube. Nothing enlarged. I also see him praying for some women to have a large breast and the biggest back and flat tummy, but nothing worked. Okay, but what are we saying? This is the body the daughters of Zion is going to be having, and the sons of the kingdom. Okay, this is what we are going to be having: perfect body mold by Abba Yehovah. That is the change. But when are we going to do that? When is he going to do that? On this very day, the feast of trumpet, you will be changed, and the twinkling of an eye. If when people see you, it's going to be hard to remember you. Somehow they will still remember you for the testimony to keep flowing unto Abba Yehovah. All right, now I want to see. We see how fast it was, and the twinkling of an eye, in a moment, in a snap, posa, the glorified body. You're gonna still be recognizing me anyway. Yes, because this word is trustworthy. For the testimony of Abba, you are Revelation 1:10. I was in the spirit. Listen, I was in the spirit. The flesh cannot go there. Only them that is in the spirit. How are we in the spirit? Like what I'm doing now. This is the message of the prophetic Abba Yehovah in his prophetic appointed time. What is Abba Yehovah's Mohedi feast? Or, yeah, the feast of Abba Yehovah in holy language Hebrew. Okay, simply mean Mohedim. What is Mohedim? Mohedim simply mean divine appointments for Abba Yehovah to meet with his bride. Like I'm doing now, my body is in heaven in the moment. But you will see the manifestation so soon. Listen now, Revelation 1:10. I was in the spirit on Yehovah's what a day. This is his day. The day of rapture. It means two things. You have double face. One face is to justify the elect. The other face, that is the ugly one. Mhm. That's the ugly one. Judgment, damnation, condemnation. To throw you all into Islam that refuse to keep his word. I was in the spirit on the Adonai's day and heard behind me a great voice of what? As of what? A trumpet. A trumpet. Let's see what that voice did. All right now. Revelation 4:1. After this, I looked, and behold, a door was opened in heaven. This is the day heaven is being opened. In Genesis 3, Abba Yehovah shut the gate of heaven against man. You see that over there. I think 24. He drove our forefather away, okay, and shut his heaven. All right. But this is the day when he said, come over here. Posa is in heaven in the spirit. Listen now. A door was opened in heaven. And the first voice, listen now. And the first voice which I heard was as it were of a trumpet. Where we just came from Revelation 1:10. That is where he heard that voice. Okay, which was as a trumpet talking with me, which said, come up hither, and I will show thee things which must be hereafter. Listen now, immediately, in a moment, and a twinkling of an eye. It said immediately. Immediately I was in the spirit. Only them that walk in the spirit is going to acquire this glory. Not them that walk in the flesh. Flesh and blood cannot please Yahuwah. The one that walks flesh and blood, we will look on their rapture on this Shabbat. I will show you how their own is so organized, the another phase of this great day. And immediately I was in the spirit, and behold, a throne was set in heaven, and one sat on the throne. 3. And he that sat or was to look upon like a jasper, that is Reuben. I think so, yeah. Reuben. And the siding stone, that is, that is Benjamin, the last born of our Papa Jacob. This is the tribe he's talking about, the tribe over here now. Okay. And the side stone, that is Reuben, firstborn, because that is their emerald house. Yeah, excuse me, that is their mansions, diamond house. You can see that one in Revelation 21. He saw Jasper, that is the last born of our Papa. And he saw Sidon, that is the firstborn of our Papa Jacob. And there was a rainbow, that is the days of Noah, round about the throne, that is where he sits, inside like unto an emerald, that is Yahudah, the lion of the tribe of Yahudah, because the color of our mansion is emerald. Now he put these three tribes over here. So what happened the first and the last? The first represent, which is Reuben, represent the days of Noah. And the last, which is Benjamin, represent the days of Lot. Luke 27, Luke 17, 26 to 30, make it so clear. It's coming like the days of Lot and like the days of Noah. Like the days of Noah and like the days of Lot. Where only 8 people saved in the days of Noah. Where only 3 people saved in the days of Lot. That was why he put this 3 over here. 3 tribes that were saved. 3 that were saved in the day. That is the last one to go now. Fire, fire, the voice of the thunder. Oh no, I don't want to proceed to part 2. So awesome, I love this message. You see, so it's a rainbow banner over his head. He carried the days of Noah so heavily. You don't know what you are playing games with. It is our own favor, the elect, but to the unbiblical people, oh now it's horrible. It means judgment of Lord. It makes judgment of fire. That is why the firstborn of our Papa, Sadi, his house is Sadi. Okay, the color of their house. And the last born of our Papa is Jasper, Reuben, and Benjamin. Okay, it means judgment. And the emerald, the color of Yahudah's tribe. Emerald, okay? That is the king of Yehudah that is going to do this great destruction in these 2 occasions. All right, the one I can't, or the one I cannot, okay, establish over here, I will collaborate that, or rather, yes, on the Shabbat. I'm going to join it together with that of the rapture of the Christendom. And let's see how horrible. That is the double face of this very day. It's a dreadful day. It's a joyful day for us. It's a dreadful day for the unbeliever. 1 Thessalonians chapter 50, 17 or 18. For this we say unto you by the word of Yahuwah, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of Yahushua shall not prevent them which are asleep. The gathering begins already in heaven. Deuteronomy 30 verses 4 makes that so clear that the gathering is going to start from heaven. Okay, 16. And Yahuwah himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, that is Michael, is the chief priest. You can also see that in Daniel chapter 12, verses 1. Also in Revelation 12, verses 7. And with the trump of Yahuwah, who is the trump of Yahuwah? Is Yahushua, okay? And the dead in Yahushua, or Mashiach, shall rise first. Those are the one in heaven. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet Adonai in the air. And so shall we ever be with the Adonai. So where is the air? Not heaven. Okay, here on this earth. The 3 place Sharia law cannot come. The 3 place Allah madness cannot come. The 3 place they cannot enter. Okay, that one is in Daniel. I'm not going to read it. But maybe I will do that on the Shabbat. Daniel chapter 11, 40 to 44. You're going to see it over there, okay? So let's keep reading. It says, wherefore comfort one another with these words. You see, it said we should, now that I'm speaking it, okay, until it happens, I'm just comforting my brother and my sister and say, indeed, we are a great people of Jehovah. Indeed, we will be resurrected. Indeed, we will be honored. Indeed, we will be elevated. In fact, I bet you was going to make us a mountain built on top of, or a house built on top of a mountain that needs to be seen by all eyes. He's going to elevate us. He's going to prosper. He's going to honor us. Comfort one another. Keep talking about it in order for we to know who we are. We are not left behind. Now. Hallelujah. All right, now, family. So let's also see what this trumpet does. The day of What are you saying? The day I will be getting all this wonderful shape, seeing my Yehovah, seeing my Yahushua Hamishak, the very one that died for me, seeing the Ruach HaKodesh, my very helper, seeing all the angels in heaven, what joy could ever exceed that? It is a sound of joy. That is the noise. It says, shout, yay, all the earth just for joy. Now listen, it's also being used as a battlefield to defeat the enemy. Joshua chapter 6, we're going to also be using this one on the Shabbat. Quickly, I want to read, I think, verses 6 or so. Listen now, the 777. And Joshua, son of Nun, called the prince and said unto them, take up the ark of the covenant, and let 7 princes bear 7 trumpets of rams' horns before the ark of Jehovah. And he said unto the people, pass on the... Okay, he keep giving instruction. And it came to pass, 8, when Joshua had spoken all this, all the of my first spoke unto the people, that the 7 priests bear the 7 trumpets of Ram passed on before Jehovah, and blow with the trumpets, and the ark of the covenant before Jehovah. So what happened? The 7th day. This is the 7th month. The 7th day. What happened? Barrier to worship, barrier to praise, barrier to rest, which is Jericho blockage, was brought down to the grave. Anything that stand on my way these days, you are gone fast in Yahweh's mighty name. Masekebo, yeah, Kerakebo seo, Kerakebo Yahuwah, Kerakebo, Kerakebo, yeah, Kerakebo, yeah. Masekebo Ruach HaKodesh, Kerakebo Sekebo, Kerakebo Yai, Kerakebo, Masekebo Yahoshua, Kerakebo Seo, Iborobosike Yabo, Iborobosike Yai, Kerakebo Yai, Kerakebo Se. The day this glory will resurface, or rather will be revealed in my life, what joy is going to be? What joy? Nothing to compare. Because it is total freedom, total deliverance, escape the torture, the pollution of hell, the torture of hell. There I will not know I have already arrived past mark. I made it through. I succeed in life. Now I prosper. It's all around prosperity. Karakabo, Karakabo, Sekebo. It's awesome. So trumpet makes sound, making noise, a joyful noise. It could be a war cry also. That's what I want to say on the Shabbat. The other face of this very day is ugly. But this very one I'm talking of is so lovely, so sweet, delicious, wonderful. The very one, everyone, is taste of. Everyone attests to this glorious, wonderful life, but not everyone practice, the character of it. Not everyone kept it pure. Everyone speaks of this wonderful day, Islam, Christian, even paganism in their own way. But not everyone keep the character, okay, the core of it in holiness. There's a practice that follow with it, but not everyone is keeping it. And the one that fails to do that, their judgment is what we want to see on the Shabbat. Yes, on the Shabbat. Tehillim, best known as Psalm 47 verses 1. Oh, clap your hands, oh ye people, shout unto Jehovah with a voice of what? Trumpet. When that wonderful bodily shape is being given unto me, you not see me, a woman with worldly things, woman with materialism. But I also include that of heaven, okay? I'm so heavily conscious, okay? But also, I looked at the physical body. I also want the physical body for a testimony. When it's being given unto me, I'm going to be sounding this trumpet to my enemy. When I keep sounding this trumpet, you are a gunner. You will say, just wanted that. I don't want to see her anymore because this is too much. I can't handle this. Her joy is just too much. It's a fire. It's roasting me. It's roasting me. No, death will not come. Yes, in the presence of my enemy, Psalm 23, Yahweh set that table. You need to see you. You see my downfall. You also see my resurrection, man. Come on now. I start making my noise already in a small way, but in a bigger way. That's what we are proceeding into. That same Tehillim Psalms 66 verses 1. Make a joyful noise unto Yehovah, all ye lands, where the 30 tribes of the people of the book is being scattered in this great day. Glory, we are going to be blasting our trumpet. We're going to be making this joyful noise. Trumpet also means sound, making noise. That same Tehillim 100 verses 1. Make a joyful noise unto Yehovah, all ye lands. Okay, because he have done something marvelous in our midst. It's like we are dreaming, eh? When you also goes to this same Tehillim, Psalm 126, go and read it. It's like we were just dreaming when Abba Yahweh gave this blast of wonders. It's like a dream, eh? If my forefathers that were before me couldn't believe what I saw, the wonders, is it me that's going to believe? Even me, myself, I'm going to be doubting. Am I the... is this glory did for me? Yes, it's like we are dreaming. It's like a dream. But when that can't dream, come, please, I better keep sleeping. Let me know, just come out from that dream. Another kind of noise because Yahuwah is in our midst, of course, going to be making noise, the Ark of the Covenant. Now, 1 Samuel chapter 4, verses 5. And when the Ark of the Covenant of Yahuwah came into the camp, all Yahweh shouted with a great shout, so that the earth ranged again, the earth quake. It is Yahuwah presence among us. No, the earth is going to quake. Now, Numbers, Bamebra 23, verses 21. He hath not beheld iniquity in Jacob, neither hath he seen perverseness in Israel. Yahweh is Elohim, is with Yahweh his Elohim is with him, and the shout of a king is among them. What is the shout of a king? The voice of Yahuwah, which is Yahushua HaMashiach. Even in the wilderness, it's right there. It's right there with us. So I want to do the part of the ugly part of it, okay, on the Shabbat. So I don't think it's necessarily to be putting those scriptures. So I just preserve it, okay, for Shabbat on the ugly face of this very wonderful day that means so much to us. Shout, noise, joyful, gladness, rejoicing, testimonial. Okay, it means destruction to others. It's a kind of one is crying. Excuse me, it's a kind of one is rejoicing and the other one is crying. It's like that is a two party. One party is rejoicing that is being chosen, and the rejected party is crying. That is Abel and Cain. Cain parties will be crying, while the party of Abel eternally rejoicing with their king. This is our enemy. Okay, Balaam, the first prophet, now begin to see the greatness of Abba Yahweh among us, the glory of Abba Yahweh among us. All you kings will see this glory. You're going to testify of the powerful glory of Abba Yahweh. Hallelujah. Family, we see on the Shabbat. Hallelujah. Happy Yom Teruah.